Welcome to Vin and Mike, episode 41. What's up, Mike?
What's up, Vinny? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Wow, it is Friday.
You know,
almost October, a little chill in the air here in the New York City area. Feeling like fall. Football is here. It's like all the things that you look for around football season, you know. I just enjoy when it's football with a little chill in the air, not too much chill.
Yeah, I mean, we got football, we got baseball playoffs coming. All of our New York teams are playing well. It's a good time to be on this podcast, Vinny.
Yeah, Aaron Judge tonight on Apple TV, where no New York Yankee fans could watch him hit number 61 tonight.
Nope, you're just gonna have to hear about it just gotta listen to the radio.
You have to stream it somewhere because unless people went out today and bought Apple TV, but I doubt it. But a little crazy. It's going to be wild here tonight in New York, especially on a Friday night with everything going on. But let's dig into what this episode's about. It's our NFL Week 3 best bets, best picks, parlays, overs, whatever else that comes to our mind kind of show. But I figured we'd start a little bit with last night's game and some of your thoughts. I think we both agreed before the game that we liked Pittsburgh +4, thought they would stay close. And then we liked the under, thinking that both quarterbacks struggle a little bit. And of course, we were wrong on both fronts and just basically, Watt in the bed, and then that's it.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was going to stay close. The first 5 minutes of the game looked like it was going to be a snooze fest, a defensive battle, but Jacoby Brissett just went into a different gear last night. I love the combination of Chubb and Hunt. The running game was spectacular. Pittsburgh couldn't really stop it. And the Browns pretty much had control throughout. I mean, they were just a different team. And hats off to Amari Cooper. I don't think he gets enough credit. He's they utilized him a lot, and he had a lot of impact for this win. So, listen, the Browns needed that after what happened with the Jets. I had something in the back of my head, Vinny, and that's why I thought the 4.5 too, that the game would stay close. I thought ultimately Cleveland would win. Because of what happened last week. I mean, their whole season, I felt, was on the line, just getting back into some kind of momentum. But this was the game to do it. They beat a tough defensive team in Pittsburgh, and they ran the ball really well. So that's what I saw.
Yeah, and I think Pittsburgh is hurting without Watt, on the defense. They're not getting as big as pass rush as they normally would. So I think that's a factor. And David Ngakoue had a very good game as well from tight end spot. Last time I looked, I didn't look at his final numbers. I think he had 8 or 9 catches. So he had a really, really big impact on that game last night as well. And you make a good point with Amari Cooper. He had a really nice game, and Brissett was really solid last night.
Solid, that's the word.
He really kept the game going. Didn't make any big mistakes. They ran the ball really well with Chubb and Hunt. Their offensive line is really good. They didn't do a lot defensively, but held Pittsburgh to 14. I think Mitch Trubisky is just what he is. I think Pittsburgh's going to have to start thinking about making a change there. Kenny Pickett is definitely something they're going to have to think about going down the road here, because I think Trubisky is hampering Najee Harris a little bit. There's some like a bunch of little things that on the offense is just not clicking, and I think a lot of it has to do with the quarterback play, and I think Tomlin has to seriously start thinking about making that move for Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, Najee Harris wasn't even effective. I think 15 carries, averaging like close to 4 yards. Just wasn't impactful. But on the bright spot for the Steelers, how about that catch by Pickens? I mean, that was incredible. That was awesome.
Yeah, they were comparing it to Odell's catch, against the Cowboys on that. I think it was a Monday night game. Richard Sherman said that Odell's catch was like a once in a lifetime. catch, and all that. But that was very similar. It was very similar. It was a fantastic catch. It's that kind of thing that gains somebody a lot of traction. And they have good receivers. They have Deontay Johnson. They have Claypool. So I think they really need to just think about seriously making a switch there. We know what Mitch Trubisky is, and he's serviceable when you need him, but he's not a guy that you can count on to bring your franchise to that next level. And this is a rebuilding year for Pittsburgh at that position, as we know, and it's the first time they said in 19 seasons that Ben hasn't been there, which is just insane when you think about how long he actually was there. So I think it's a good time to start thinking about Pickett and where they're going. But yeah, I mean, I was disappointed that they couldn't keep that game close last night. The over under was done before the end of the game there, so it was just a disappointing outcome from a betting standpoint. And I know Steeler fans are probably even more disappointed because they're so used to beating Cleveland over the years, and now maybe that has changed a little bit until they get Pickett in there and see exactly what they have from him.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
That's okay. I was wondering what happened there for a second.
I had to do a little chew there. So, you know how that works. You sit there and all of a sudden you feel like a sneeze come on and you got to do it, right? What else am I going to do?
Glad you're okay.
Yeah, you know how it is. So it's all good. But before we get into our picks, let's get our sponsors going here. NFL action is in full swing here at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. We're talking touchdowns, big plays, and even bigger wins. New customers can bet just $5 on any NFL team to win and get $200 in free bets. If that's not enough, everyone can boost their winnings with the DraftKings Step Up Same Game Parlays. Right now, for every leg you add, you can boost your winnings up to 100% with payouts bigger than ever. Why bet on football anywhere else? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code TPPN to get $200 in free bets. If your team wins, you place a $5 bet on any football game. That's code TPPN, only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. And then our good friends over at Raycon, where I'm still listening to Vin and Mike every freaking day with my Raycon wireless earbuds. I love them. They're great. They look and feel and sound better than ever. Optimized gel tips. Perfect in-ear fit. These earbuds are so comfortable. 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life. And you know what? You get premium quality audio at half the price. Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 50,000 five-star reviews. Like I always tell you, Mike, I like the noise isolation, the awareness mode. I really enjoy listening to our podcast with them. When I jump on a plane to go somewhere, I use them while I'm sitting there relaxing and dozing off, as I hit turbulence and all that fun stuff. But go to buyraycon.com today and use code TPPN15 to get 15% off your Raycon order. That's code TPPN15 at buyraycon.com to score 15% off. Buyraycon.com. Code TPPN15. And the other thing is we have both our sponsors on vinandmikepodcast.com. If you go to the website, you can just go there and you can click right into the website and there's links to give you to the DraftKings page to sign up and also for the Raycon page to use for that 15% off. So, all right, Mike. Here we go. Week 3 in the NFL. You gotta get some like music for like week 3 in the NFL.
I'm gonna try to find some for next
like some
time.
like drum or something. Week 3 in the NFL. Something like that.
I'll try to scoop something up for next week. I will. Can I start it out today?
Yeah, go. By the way,
Yeah.
I just want the audience to know we have not discussed any of our picks, so this is going to be a shock to me. So I'll be funny if we have the same things, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, it'll be fun. All right. So my first pick is I like to look at away last week and kind of look at trends in certain teams. And as we know, the Ravens blew that huge lead against the Dolphins, and they're going in against the Patriots team. Now, the Patriots are 17-3 in home openers since 2002. It's the third best in the NFL. But with Lamar Jackson and just, the way Harbaugh coaches this team, I can't imagine that they give up that many points, and I think they're going to be ready to play, and they're going to be focused. This spread right now is Baltimore -3. And although I'm a little nervous about Belichick and, getting this team to win at home, I still think that, you have Mark Andrews as a tight end. He's had 50 receiving yards in 11 consecutive games. They use him often. They're a strong team, in my opinion. Last week got away from them. They bounce back this week, and I think they win this one by a good margin. So that's my first pick.
All right. So Baltimore -3.
Correct.
Okay. You want me to give you my first pick now?
Yeah, let's go back and forth. Go.
So I look at teams that are desperate, teams that are home, something that could trigger them to win, but at least I think cover. And I think that team this week is going to be the Indianapolis Colts +5.5 at home against the Chiefs. I don't think they're going to win the game. I think the Chiefs are just too good, but I think the Colts are a little desperate. They played very poorly, to start the season. Matt Ryan is new to that offense and all that. I think they're gonna regroup a little bit this week at home. I think they're too good defensively. Jonathan Taylor, to me, is just too good. I like the +5.5 for the Colts. I do see the Chiefs winning this game, but I'm going to take the +5.5. I see something like a 30-27, like Chiefs win. So that's why I like Colts +5.5 there.
I'm just laughing because we're on opposite ends on this one. This was one that I was going to pick Chiefs -5.5 because the Colts have struggled. They're just terrible on third down, and I just feel like Patrick Mahomes is on a different level, just going to drive his team down the field. And really, you have a Travis Kelce as well, leading all tight ends right now, 172 receiving yards. He's been extremely impactful, and I think the Chiefs win this by a big margin. I think they just go in there and win on the road by 10 to 14 points. So I'm on a different side than you, Vinny. I get your logic on it, the teams that are desperate, but I just feel the Chiefs are in a different league. I also want the stat that Kansas City is 47-25 against the spread on the road under Andy Reid, which is the best in the NFL. I'll take that stat any day, and I'm in a different direction on this one.
All right, very cool. I like that we went the opposite way there. That's a game we can make fun of each other on the show Monday or
Let's do it.
What are we doing? Monday, Tuesday
night.
Tuesday
Yes.
this week, right?
Yes.
Tuesday will be on this week. All right. As always, I like to pick my favorite over of the week. So again, I'm on the the Lions playing the Vikings this week over 52.5. And the reason I go that way is Detroit's secondary still isn't the greatest. They give up a lot of yards, a lot of points. Vikings did not look like their defense is that great this year playing the Eagles. I like the way Detroit's offense is clicking. They go into the dome in Minnesota, controlled weather, all that stuff that goes along with that. And I just like that both these teams could both put up 30-plus points in this kind of game. So I'm going to go the over 52.5 Lions-Vikings.
Okay. All right. So next for me, The Packers and Buccaneers. It's going to be interesting. The defenses are going to really decide this one. We all know that Brady and that offense they have not really gelled yet, and Green Bay comes over a nice win last week. The spread in this game is Tampa Bay -1, so it's kind of a pick'em game. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think the Packers are going to go in on the road and beat Brady. I think that even through the preseason, this Tampa Bay team has been overrated. I was really impressed what I saw with Green Bay last week. I wasn't impressed what I saw with Tampa against the Saints, and I do think they carry that momentum, and they win this game by a field goal. I think Tampa Bay goes in and does it this week in Tampa. Excuse me, Green Bay goes into Tampa.
Is that a money line pick? Because I think it was like what, +1?
Tampa Bay's -1 right now, so it would be a money line Green Bay pick. Yes,
right, because you'll get more on the money line than you would get on the +1. Yeah. So I mean, +1 is essentially a money line pick.
And I know this pick is this one's probably not enough. A lot of people are probably going to think differently on it, but I just have a feeling on this one that they're going to go in there and they're going to win. I just have a feeling. We'll see if I'm right.
All right. I like this. This is another one. This is for me a money line because it's only a -1 right now. But I like the Seahawks to beat the Falcons this week. You know, Seahawks are home, tough place to play, even with a really not great Seahawks team. But this Atlanta team is definitely as bad as the Seahawks team, if worse. And then going from the Dome out to Seattle, they're only giving up 1 point. You know, I think this is a really good game for the Seahawks to show, you know, what they can do. And Geno Smith has played okay. I think that'll help them. And like I said, I just think Atlanta has shown really poor play. They have to go back out west this week on the road in that Seattle stadium where it's tough to play. So it's -1 right now. So I'm going to take the money line for the Seahawks -115. I think on that game because I think it might change as time goes on. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it. So I'm either go the -1 or the -115, either way. So
yeah, I just wanted to say one other thing about the Bucs game. They're going to not be with Mike Evans, so I think that's going to be pretty big advantage for the Packers. And also, I think the first game they were kind of getting used to life without Devontae Adams, and now they're gelling. And Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon have been fantastic as a duo. So I think it's going to be a close game, but watch those Packers. And actually, I want to shout out our friend Kyle Mansky. He's actually flying to that game, so especially I want them to win for him. He's taking a flight there with a couple friends, so nice. That's pretty awesome that he's doing that, and we'll experience that. Hopefully, he'll have as good experience I had with the Jets winning in Cleveland, that kind of caliber. I hope he gets.
Yeah, that's what you look for, right? I mean,
exactly.
a lot of fun stuff. Yep. So, any other picks you got, or you just have 3?
I think those are the 3, Vinny. I'm going to keep it with that right now.
All right. I got one more. I like the 49ers -1.5 going into Denver. You know, I just don't have any real good warm and fuzzies with Denver right now. They have not looked good to me at all. You know, Russell Wilson seems like he's struggling with the offense. Nathaniel Hackett's struggling as a first-time head coach. I think, you know, those are the things that I see. I like Jimmy G in that offense. I like the way San Francisco plays. I know Denver is a tough place to go and all that, but I like the Niners this week -1.5. I think they can go in there and do a good job against the Broncos. So I like that a lot. So I tell you, I was looking at some other games, you know, and trying to think about, like, where is it going to go with certain ones.
Right.
Any game that you said, man, this game to me is like something I'm going to stay away from, or you didn't see anything like that? Like for me, I thought of Dolphins +5, right? I'm like, wow, this team has been hot. Buffalo's going down to Miami, blah, blah, blah. But then you think about how good Josh Allen is. So that was like one of the games that scared me away with the +5, because I think Buffalo is just better. I'm just not sure how good Miami is right now. And then the other one was the Bengals -6 over your Jets. You know, I'm like, well, they're 0-2, but they're going on the road. They can't protect, they can't protect Burrow. The Jets put up a huge win against them last year against their defense. That was the Mike White crazy game. Flacco's been good, but I don't know, that +6 it just scares me. Like that's another one that scared me. So anything like that, that's
yeah. The one that I can't touch is the Texans and Bears. I still am just, the Texans are looking for their first win. They want to run the ball with Dameon Pierce. I mean, that's what they're going to do against Chicago. They're just going to run. And we just saw the Bears were very vulnerable last week after their first week win against the 49ers and how they played against the Packers. And I can't get a sense on these teams yet. I don't know if the Texans are going to go in there to the win or the Bears are just going to hold on and get their second win. Chicago's -2.5 right now. I just didn't want to touch that. Tough game.
Right. Yeah. Right. So there's our picks, everybody. Once you watch an episode or listen, please send us your thoughts. I mean, maybe some picks that you guys made, some parlays that you've made that we can watch together and get together and talk about it on the next show. Mike, enjoy your weekend.
Thank you, my friend Vin.
We will talk Tuesday.
You got it. Have a good one. Have a good weekend, everybody.